Welcome to Tangermouse Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at Treasure Island from Matagot. Treasure Island is an action selection deduction type game for 2 to 5 players that plays in about 45 minutes. It's published by Matagot and they sent us this copy to review.
Players take on the roles of infamous pirates. One will be Long John Silver, who has buried his treasure, and the rest are searching the map to find it. But they have to hurry. If they take too long, Long John will break out of prison and rush to his treasure. Whichever player can find the treasure first wins.
Let's look at the components. There's the game boards and player screens, individual maps and character sheets, hint tiles, measuring tools, markers, minis, treasure chest, and tokens.
Players will each pick a pirate, receive their corresponding items, and place their pirate on the matching colored X on the island board. The player who chose Long John will place his mini on the calendar board, receive his items, and then choose where to bury the treasure by placing a small black X somewhere on his map. The treasure can't be buried inside the 2 miles of a pirate's starting location, inside areas surrounded by a red line like the volcano, or on a dotted line.
Long John then gives a different district hint to each player. These hints show one region where the treasure is not hidden, so each player starts knowing something different. But this is not a co-op game, it's every pirate for themselves, so everyone keeps their precious information hidden from the other players.
Throughout the game, players will be searching for the buried treasure by taking actions that are listed on their player screen. These are things like moving and searching. And the interesting thing is that you actually draw on the map circles and lines to show these actions.
At the beginning of each turn, Long John updates the calendar, moving the furthest back pirate to the next available space. Long John then resolves the event for that day, like giving a hint or gaining a bluff token. On some days, Long John doesn't do anything.
Then the chosen pirate takes their turn. The number of stars on the day indicates how many actions they get.
Every pirate has 3 standard actions shown on the middle section of their player screen, like moving up to 6 miles, moving up to 3 miles, and doing a small search by your figure, or doing a large search by your figure.
The pirates also have special actions that can only be taken a certain number of times. Some of these are the same for everyone, but each pirate has a unique action or ability. Anne can send her monkey to do a small search anywhere on the map. Charlotte can get 2 additional district hints.
Some characters even have permanent abilities when they take certain actions, like Jim Hawkins can draw a circle on the outer edge of the large search template instead of the inside, or Olivier can move up to 12 miles instead of just 6.
When a player performs a search, they ask Long John if the treasure is within the area. Long John then gives them the treasure chest. If the guess was correct, the treasure will be in it. If not, then Long John can give an empty chest, or add a token with a hint or special action.
Long John may want to supply a player with a token in the treasure chest because many of the hint cards have a little chest icon on them. Long John can't play that hint on the calendar board unless he has given a token to a player.
The hints Long John plays to the board are open for all players to see, and they're usually going to help the pirates narrow down where the treasure is. Except Long John doesn't always tell the truth. He lays a face-down token with each hint. The other side could show that the hint is truthful, or that it's potentially a bluff. A bluff token means that the hint could be true, or it could be false. Players will have to spend one of their special actions to confirm what kind of hint Long John played.
Play continues day after day until either one of the pirates finds the treasure, or Long John escapes. You keep playing after he escapes, but now Long John gets an action each round. He can move up to 6 miles on his turn. The other players continue to get 2 actions per turn. If Long John reaches the treasure first, then he wins. But if another pirate finds a treasure first, then they win.
I must admit, I really like getting that treasure box from Long John Silver. There's this little bit of anticipation that builds. Is the treasure token going to be in there this time? I think that this game is different than a lot of other games that are on the market right now. And it is brought to us by the same company that published Captain Sonar. So they're used to thinking outside of the box.
It feels like this one versus many deduction type game, but every man's for himself. It's all about, can I find the treasure first? I like having to get those actions right to give me the best advantage.
I've played both as Long John Silver and as regular ordinary pirates, and I think I prefer searching for the treasure as an ordinary pirate better.
I like playing as Long John Silver.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it. So when you're playing as the regular pirates, they each have their special abilities, so that gives you different options for finding out where the treasure is. So it's kind of fun to try the different characters.
I enjoy all the measuring tools that come in the game, the compasses, search templates, and the rulers. And I mean, what other game comes with a caliper? I got to use it multiple times when playing as Long John, and it was fun.
Long John has to keep track of which hints he's given to each player, and that will help him determine which hints to give in the future. If I'm Long John and I know that I gave a district hint to Kevin, telling him that the bottom left district is not where the treasure is, and then later in the game he asks for a compass hint, I'm going to try to find one that has that southwest quadrant blocked out, because it's not giving him much new information because he's already ruled out the district that's in that area.
Now, I like all the hints that Long John Silver has to work with throughout the game. He starts with these regular hints, and then halfway through the game, he gets these black spot hints. I think they're even better for the regular pirates. Gives a little more information. There's one like this one, designate the miniature who passed closest to the treasure. And the Bermuda Triangle, designate 2 black towers and a miniature to form a triangle, and the treasure has to be in that triangle.
Yeah, definitely for Long John, deciding which hints to give is the trickiest part of the game. That and when to use his limited bluff tokens. I did that really poorly when I played Long John.
The board is double-sided, one is bright and colorful, and the other is muted. I think it's easier to see the markings on the muted side, so that's helpful. And I love the illustrations. I often mention that Vincent Dutray is one of my favorite artists, and he did a wonderful job with the illustrations of the characters and on the tiles. I also enjoy that you can draw right on the board. It's cool to see all the markings as the game progresses.
This game can take players a little bit of time to wrap their mind around how to play it because it's so different. But the rules have a handy reference guide that'll help you through most of the questions. Now, even though there are strategic choices that you make either as Long John or the pirates and there's deduction going on, the game still has a fair amount of luck because you can miss that treasure by just the tiniest hair, so close with your search. Or someone else could basically just stumble upon it.
Yeah, it almost happened to me one game. But I think the theme actually comes through really well in the game. I mean, it's all about finding this treasure. So you have that one bad guy hiding the treasure and everyone trying to find it. I think it just really comes through in the game Treasure Island. So if this sounds like something you would enjoy, then check out Treasure Island from Matagot and be sure to subscribe to Tantrum House.
Then Long John Silver will...
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna break out of prison.
No!
I know.
Treasure Island is a game.